Here is my issue. I gotta come clean. I haven't been able to really work out in the past month, and it has taken a toll on my mental health. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 5 tips that I have learned over the past couple of weeks that have helped me kind of regain a sense of myself, a sense of happiness, even though I'm not able to fully train yet. And hopefully these 5 tips can help you if you're dealing with something similar or someone that you know. So like I said, haven't been able to work out, yes, but as far as my actual weight and physique, I haven't really put on a lot of fat. I'm still sitting at roughly the same weight, maybe down a couple pounds. Most of that probably being muscle, but also the tips in today's video will help you if you're not able to get to the gym every day and you still want to maintain or at least have a nice looking physique. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get the day started. All right, so yeah, you can guess it. We are at the gym. I know I just said I haven't been going to the gym, but I have been going to the gym. I have not been able to work out. If you're not familiar, I have a herniated disc, pinched nerve. Pretty much these 3 fingers are like randomly tingling, going numb. A lot of like pain and weakness in my like back, neck, lower trap area. Needless to say, I can't do anything upper body really, besides like biceps, forearms, and triceps on my left side. So no pressing movements, no back movements, stuff like that. Legs are still okay. So I've been really trying to reprioritize what I'm doing in the gym. And that's actually my tip number 1. Find out what your specific issue affects and then rework, do what you can to still make it in the gym and make an effort. Something about just getting in there, doing something for my body, exercising somewhat, just has that euphoric state on me still. It sucks sometimes, yes, like the fact that I know that I could be pushing myself more if I didn't have so much pain, but just making an effort, just making myself get to the gym really goes so far, at least for me, for my mental health. So that's my tip number 1. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna try and work biceps, calves, and abs today. Definitely not the structured program that I like to be on, but I gotta make it work somehow. So if you're dealing with something similar, maybe this will help you out. All right, so typically I would walk for about 10 minutes before my workout, but for some reason the movement of walking hurts my neck. So I've opted for about 10 minutes of bike to get warmed up. Then moving into some like dynamic stretching or some stretching that's really gonna put a little bit of emphasis on that like trap lower back or upper back area. So did some banded work and then some mobility work with this wooden bar. Honestly, hate doing this stuff and it kind of hurts, but I guess I need to start. Now moving into calves, started with the seated calf raise. All of this stuff I'm doing 4 sets because I can't do that much. So 4 sets of 10 here, and then moving into a standing calf raise. Love this machine actually. Doesn't hurt either, weird enough. So here I did 5 reps with a 3-second pause at the top. Then I did 10 reps just continuous to kind of burn out, and did, like I said, 4 sets of that. Now working into our first superset, I did this crunch, which is pretty much just off of a bench, but really like this movement. About 10 reps there, pump cover coming off. Now getting into biceps. So just did standard alternating bicep curls, a favorite of mine, but probably gonna hold off on these for a little longer. Dumbbells on that arm just puts a unnecessary strain on it, I think. Working into another ab bicep superset, we started with these cable crunches. One of my favorite ab movements to date. Really good for progressive overloading, and getting that weight like right over top of you is really nice as well. And then I supersetted that with a close grip barbell curl. Really surprised I'm not feeling a lot of pain in my upper back while doing these exercises, but biceps are one of the few things that I can actually train hard right now, and I love it. Last superset here, working into some hammer curls. So I did about 8 to 10 reps here, and then I actually didn't put the weight down and went straight into I guess like a pronated hammer curl in a sense. But really like this as well. Really works the forearms and the brachialis pretty good. Then finished off with some more abs on this assisted dip machine, but another one of my favorite ab movements. It's like a ab press down, but when you hinge at the hips, you feel this so nicely. took this to failure as well, just to finish things off. All right, honestly, not too bad for not being able to do a whole lot. Pretty good, all things considered. Still got a nice bicep pump today. And if you're wondering what this sick TLF shirt and new shorts are, they're part of their new Gym to Street launch. Absolutely some of my favorite stuff to launch to date. Like, the quality is so freaking premium, it's insane. And everything looks really good. Like, you get a nice like scoop on these. The shorts, you can't really tell right now, but they're 5-inch and they have zippers so you don't lose anything. Everything part of this new launch is some of my favorite stuff ever to launch by them. You know what, let's just do a little physique update. So like I said, sitting right about 210, and I have been for a couple months now. I was trying to maintain before this whole thing happened. Now I'm just maintaining or trying to. But honestly, I mean, I'm not super upset with the physique, and a couple more of the tips today are gonna show you exactly why I'm able to maintain a relatively okay physique while I'm not able to really train at my hardest. So as I said earlier, I can't really do the treadmill. The bike is okay, but I still in my workouts with some cardio on the Stairmaster. For some reason that doesn't hurt, and I got to maintain the little bit that I still have. All right, quick shower and outfit change. By the way, this is also from the new drop. This is TLF's new oversized tee. Pretty much a pump cover, but I like wearing it like every single day. By the way, just for reference, I'm wearing a size large in everything right now. So like, this is an oversized fit, so it fits oversized. The t-shirt was a large as well, but it's an athletic fit, so it's going to fit athletically, so tighter. Just keep that in mind whenever you're ordering anything. All right, still having my protein post-workout. This is Transparent Labs Vanilla Peanut Butter. My favorite protein I think I've ever had. Not kidding. It has a little extra calories because it has like powdered peanut butter in there, but it's 100% worth it. It is delicious. So like I said, still having protein, still taking my supplements as well from Transparent Labs. You can check everything out down below. But that brings me into point number 2, and that's to keep as many of your healthy, good habits as possible. I know I may not be getting the most benefit from all the supplements and the extra protein that I'm taking in because I'm not really pushing myself as hard as I can in the gym, but something about that routine, that ritual, just makes me feel healthier overall. I'm still taking my greens and my reds and my creatine. It's gonna, one, help me retain a little bit of muscle while I'm not being able to work out hard, but mentally it's just a lot healthier for me to stay in a routine that I know is beneficial for me. So tip number 2, try to keep your healthy habits as normal as they can be. I'm going to quickly down this protein, and then it's on to tip number 3, and we got somewhere to be. And tip number 3 is don't waste time just thinking it's gonna go away without you doing anything. So like I said, this injury happened over a month ago, and I kind of just sat on it for like a solid 3 or 4 weeks before I actually did anything about it. I eventually went to a doctor, but he didn't really help. All he did was prescribe me some muscle relaxers that didn't do anything. So taking action, finding the right kind of help for whatever your issue may be, will not only get you back in the gym faster, but also will make sure you're not injuring yourself even more by letting it persist through. So that said, we're actually at the chiropractor right now, and I've been coming here for about a week now, and I wish I would have been coming like a month ago, because I think I'd be almost pretty much back to normal by now. So tip number 3, don't waste your time. Figure out what's wrong, find someone to help, and actually do it. All right, so I couldn't film this time, but let me just run you through what happened. So pretty much I go into this room, they use ultrasound and EMS, which is like electronic muscle stimulation. I didn't even know that, I just made it up on the spot, but it's right. And they do like a massage, and it pretty much, it stimulates your muscles to like twitch, and it helps like break down the like built up tissue and stuff like that. I don't know the exact science behind it, but pretty much it helps them get a better adjustment. So after that, I go get an adjustment, and he pretty much cracks my back. You know, a little bit of work on the arm, stuff like that. But the pain just in the past, week or so that I've been going has gone down substantially because of it. So for me, the chiropractor has been wonderful as of now. Now that I'm feeling nice and limber, time to go sit at a desk for 8 hours.
Many unbearable hours later.
All right, so lunch is served. Let me show you what I got. It is pretty much just a half a pound of ground beef cooked with some peppers and some mixed veg. Is it super exciting? No. Is it actually really tasty? Yes. And it actually brings me into my fourth point, which is you need to adjust your calories, your calorie intake, for the lack of calories that you may be burning when you're not going to the gym. So for me, this is pretty simple. I just cut out some of the carbs that I was eating throughout the day instead of having like a full packet of rice with this. Now I'm just having the meat and the veg. Sometimes I'll throw some cauliflower rice in there if I'm feeling extra hungry. But for the most part, my hunger and my activity levels go together. So if I'm really active, I'm typically more hungry. If I'm not that active, I don't have that much of a strong like appetite. So this is lunch for today. For breakfast, another good example, instead of having like yogurt, granola, and fruit, I just had a pack of blueberries. Just a single pack of blueberries, still very filling, really delicious, but saving some calories when and where I can to make sure I'm not gaining too much excess body fat and not being able to work out. Something so simple and delicious about just ground beef and veggies though. So that is tip number 4, to adjust your calories. I'm gonna eat this and get back to work. Hey girl, did you miss me? Did you miss me? I missed you too. All right, we are finally home, and I do feel a little low on calories, so let's have a snack. 2 things I have never had before: the Ratio 4X protein yogurt and the Simply bar. The yogurt I found in my just supermarket, but I've heard good things from people, so I'm excited to try it out. The bar is from Amazon. The company actually sent me a couple of them to try out. So excited to try this as well. All right, the Ratio protein yogurt, 25 grams of protein in this little thing of yogurt, 170 calories. How does that compare to something like an Oikos Triple Zero, 90 calories and 15 grams of protein? You see what I'm saying? Same size, less calories overall, and more protein per calorie. Either way, let's give it a shot. All right, I can tell you right now, it's extremely thick, but looking pretty good. Yeah, this is a strawberry flavor, and honestly, it's very, very tasty. And the added protein is nice, but you do get the added calories in there. I will say I like the flavor of this better than like a 000, but if I had 2 of these, I would have 30 grams of protein and 180 calories compared to 170 calories and 15 grams, and 25 grams of protein. That's my opinion on that. Let's try the Simply bar. This is 160 calories, 5 grams of protein, more of like a nut bar, like a kind bar than anything else. Presentation on point, and this is their chocolate sea salt, I believe. Yeah, this thing's actually really, really good. I would say the direct competitor to this would be a kind bar, but in my opinion, I kind of like this a little better. One, because I think they use allulose instead of sugar, which kind of helps with digestion and stuff. But the size and the calories are a lot better than what you get with a kind bar. I think kind bars are like 220 calories. This is only 160. This was my favorite flavor, but they have some really good other options in here as well. And you can find them on Amazon. So I'll leave a link down below for them. I get nothing if you buy them, but if you want to check them out, feel free. So definitely a big fan of actually both of these things. I always love trying new stuff. We got the best of both worlds on this bite right here. Very good. Finally back in bed, but I do have one more tip for you. And that is a combination of pretty much everything you've seen today. Find out what caused this injury, this issue, whatever it may be, and take precautionary measures to make sure it's not gonna happen again. For me, the combination of going to see a chiropractor, maybe even if it's just once a month or once every other month, will make sure I'm properly adjusted, not putting myself in the risk of injuring my neck/back again. Definitely stretching more before I work out. I've always done cardio, but doing static stretches and things like that before the lift, especially when it's early in the morning and you just woke up, making a huge difference. So it's just simple strategies like that that can really preserve your well-being and make sure this injury doesn't happen again in the future. That is personal to my case. Yours may be a little different, but I think you get the point. So that's my 5 points. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Being injured really takes it out on you. So I'm gonna hit the sack. I will see you guys shortly in the next one. Peace.